I couldn't leave the last video on a blank. So we're back on against Fjord, different location, next to the factory where they make the fish food for the salmon farms. So target species again today, pollock, possible coley, bigger gear today. So today we have the Savage gear again, pearl white, and this one is a 23 gram. It's extremely windy, so this is the only location on this fjord that I can get out of the wind. So fingers crossed we get a couple of fish today, guys. Won't get a blank. This is my kind of go-to spot for fish. Normally I get one. Normally I get a few. So fingers crossed we have a good day. So let's see what we can do. Again, I will be changing out the lures as the session progresses. This will be a quick one now because it's very, very cold. So 1 hour sesh maybe here, and hopefully a few fish to put up for a video. Really don't want to blank again today. Don't like putting up blanking videos on YouTube, especially from Norway. So let's see what happens anyway. In this area here, I was fishing a few months ago with a bombarda, and I actually managed to get a sea trout out of here, which was extremely surprising. Not the best condition sea trout, but sea trout nonetheless. So that was interesting. So I've had coleys, pollock, and obviously the sea trout from here too. A bit of a snag there in front of me. There are some ropes and stuff from the boats, things like that in this area, so we may lose a little bit of gear, hopefully not too much. So the wind today is blowing southeast, which means it's coming mainly southerly, blowing straight up the fjord behind me. So it's coming from my back. So casting's a little bit better. Oh, the dredger out over there on the far side of the factory, pulling up all the spillage, I guess, from what they've lost loading the boats. Hopefully it attracts a few fish over this way. So we'll see how we get on just with the lure to start with, and then we'll maybe try a little bit of that gobble sticky bait on the next few casts. I'll have a few first, see how we get on. Like I say, normally I pick up a pollock or two here. Always a few coleys knocking around here as well. I think it's to do with the feed that comes off when they're loading the boats, but there's that snag again, right out in front of me, that snag. So we'll just try a little bit into the wind. I'll change the angle a little bit. We'll see. I'll let that one sink down just a little bit deeper. See what we can produce. Well, they must have had a big drop of load there. It's the first time I've seen them dredge that. We're fishing again, guys. Another drop in tide today. So fingers crossed. That's all we can do. Hopefully the sound is good again today. So these piers here is where they load up the boats and they take all the feed out to the fish farms. Would love to get on there one day and fish, but I don't think they'll allow it. We'll try one a little bit closer in, right on the. I just had to stop that there, overcast it, so dropping it right in on the pier wall there. I just stopped it there with my hand. I can move along to the corner too, possibly fish along the wall, see if there's anything underneath the pier that wants to come out. The thing is just pure legs there. It's not a solid structure down to the seabed. No takers yet. Oh, going on there? Oh, bloody hell. I thought that felt weird. So the wind actually blew my line over the pier. I managed to get it back, hooked up on something. And I managed to pull it free and drop back into the water. That was a strange one. Should pay more attention to what I'm doing than the camera, I guess. Lucky to get that one back there. My line was up in the air. I was thinking, what's going on there? Maybe I'll cut that one out or put it in my bloopers for the end of the year. We'll see. We'll see. It's quite nice to fish here actually because they've closed off the walkway behind me, so no, won't get any people coming by with the road being closed. Only people that come down here now will be the fishermen, but I don't think they'll be out today in these conditions. It's quite. I'm just going to make sure I don't do the same thing again there. Yeah, conditions are quite treacherous today with 40-ish mile an hour winds blowing. Like I say, straight up the fjord, so won't be any small boats out. Nothing like that. And this weather condition is supposed to, the wind is supposed to increase now for the week and bring the rain with it too. So I got a couple of marks. I'm going to try, maybe we'll do some bait fishing, maybe a night session. I'll make a video up for that too. Might do that tomorrow evening. Might even do it this evening if I have the energy for it. Nothing happening here. I know there's pollock in here, as I've had plenty of them out of here before, so it's just going to be a case of persevering yet again. We'll let that one sink a little bit longer just to get right down, but we'll have to do a quick retrieve near the end just to make sure that we don't get caught up. I never had a cod from this little mark here. I did bait fish it a few years ago, but it was so snaggy. I lost every cast, so figured out pretty quickly that the lures are the best for this mark here, especially when you're in this southerly wind that seems to always blow on this fjord, or in Stavanger. It's either southerly wind or there's no wind. Very rare you get a northerly or westerly. Let's try another one in by that pier. I'll show you, I'll give you a quick look around shortly. Try and keep the lure down this time rather than I'll do a like side cast rather than up and over cast. That way the wind doesn't really catch the line so much and pull me over to the pier wall. We'll do a little bit slower retrieve as well. Like I said yesterday, sorry, the train just going by there. Like I said yesterday, the pollock in Norway, I find them very lazy. They don't want to chase a quick lure. They don't seem to be too interested in fast lures, in this part of Norway at least. Slow retrievals always work well. But not so slow that you get snagged up on the bottom or caught in a rock or whatever. So I think I might change over to the Sandeel looking lure that we used yesterday. This white one. It looks very nice in the packaging, but I'm not had a fish on it yet. I do tend to like darker lures this time of the year rather than these bright ones, but I bought this one, so I thought we'd test it out, give it a shot, see what it's like. Be more of this one would be more ideal for summertime, late evenings, fishing for bass, that kind of thing. But I'm sure as eggs, it'll catch fish as well during these times of the year. But the darker lures do seem to work better on this fjord in the winter. Not that I lure fish too much during the winter because of the cold. So I did have a great little mark on this one, on this fjord. there was like a walkway that they had in the water, and then they disconnected it from the land and just let it sit there for a while. And tons of pollock underneath it, but for some reason now they've just moved it, they've taken it away. So kind of the pollock fishing kind of died off there, which is a bit of shame. I do have the gobble sticky bait on this lure from the last time. It's still stuck to it. That'll tell you how good it is. So I let this one sink down a little bit longer now. So let's see. If not, if we don't get anything on this retrieve, I'm going to try that Sandeel looking one just to see if maybe it's just the bright color that's not attracting the fish. The Sandeel one's a little bit longer lure, a little bit heavier too. I'll get the dimensions on it in a minute when I pick it up. Yeah. All right, nothing on that one. So let's have a look at this Sandeel type lure. Like I said yesterday, it's got the wrong head on it, but it's the right maker's head, so it's just not the right color. Don't think it makes much difference. I think the lures are the tails attract the fish, not the heads. So this one is a 23 gram. There you go, Sandeel looking one. So we'll try a darker lure. A little bit more overcast today too, so you know the saying, dark days, dark lures. So we'll see. Again, just doing a repolling up on my lures. So I don't know, I get about 10, 15 changes on my leader before I have to change the whole leader running out doing this, but to me it's worth it. There we go. Repolling up done. I've shown you on the video from yesterday, but there you go, direct to the lure with a loop, so it allows the lure to swim freely as it's designed. Let's have a little go with this, and with it having that orange on the head as well, orange and green, I'm not saying that they're here. I am not saying they're here, and I really don't want to catch one on a spinning rod, but the halibut do tend to enjoy a green lure with an orange head on it. So just from what I've seen and what I've been told, orange and green, good combination for halibut. I very, very much doubt there's halibut in these waters. Not in this fjord, at least. I do know of a couple of locations I'd like to try for halibut, so that will be coming up soon as well. Possibly after my next shift if the weather conditions are good. We'll go for them. March is the opening season again for the halibut in this part of Norway. So until the 1st of March, we're not allowed to fish for them. Or sorry, we're not allowed to target them. So when my shift of work is finished next, then I'm into I think it's the 3rd of March I'm into then, so it's open. They're very difficult to find around these parts of Norway, in the south of Norway, southwest. Hard to come by, but they are around. Wouldn't say they're great big things like you get in the north, but see what metal lures I've got. I think I bought a nice Savage Gear one actually, which is not like me. Boxes and boxes of metal lures. I'm sure I have a Savage Gear in there somewhere. Is that it? Yes. So we might give this one a shot. This is called Minnow Yellowtail, and it's a 60 gram. 60 gram. I'll show you a close up of it once we get this one in. I don't want to get caught up on the bottom here. Very snaggy here, so the metal lures hopefully it'll not be too snaggy for them. Don't mind losing a lure or two though, to be honest. What I might do, I might have a test actually. I might throw out a Timu lure first, just to see how snag it is, because it's better to lose Timu lure for £1 than a Savage Gear for £15. So we'll get one, guys. I promise you, we'll get one. Good job I didn't stick to my idea yesterday. Don't go home till you catch one. Let's see. I'll have a go with one of the Timu lures first. I think we'll go with a pink one. I know pollock like the pink lures. These ones they have treble hooks on the bottom as well as an assist hook on the top. I always remove the treble hooks. Always. They damage the fish. They damage you if you're not careful. So what I tend to do with my, let me come up close to you so there you can see it there. Nice 40 gram. So when you buy them, there's normally a treble hook attached to this. Let me get that off. There we go. So there's normally a treble hook attached to the bottom. I always take those off and I just fish with the assist hook just on the front. Also, for those of you into your lure fishing, again, I do a Rapala knot. Don't use a quick link. And I don't tie my lures on directly here to the lure. I tie it onto the ring. What do you call it? The snap ring. So don't go directly to the lure itself. And again, just a Rapala knot 3 times round. A little bit of lubrication. Pull the tag end and then just cinch it down with the main line. Let me just get this. There we go. Ooh. Just give yourself a little tag end, put your cut-offs back in your bag, bring them home with you and throw them away properly. So there you go, guys. You can see they are tied directly onto the split ring. That was the word I was looking for. So directly to the split ring rather than directly to the lure. Okay, all right. We'll have a few casts with this just to see how the bottom is. If it's not too snaggy, we'll have a shot with the Savage Gear one if we don't catch anything on this one. So the beauty with the metal lures as well is you get further distance, you get to cover more ground. So we'll just let that sink down. It's a slow sinking jig, so currently, I don't know if you guys can see me, but it's currently just wafting down slowly. And you can use any technique with them. I like a fast retrieve. And then a pause. And then a retrieve. Just gives the fish a time to see them. And when you pause then, if they want to hit it on the drop, they'll hit it on the drop. And when you start to wind in again, you'll feel it. So we'll try a few lures on here anyway, all different shapes and sizes and whatnot. We'll just let that sink down a little bit. And when you get in close, then you can just start to wind in slowly. The rod I'm using, by the way, is the Abu Garcia, the Devil. It's a 40 to 80 gram, and I'm using it because of the wind today. The Samurai is too light, too small for this type of fishing today. Okay, on a calm, quiet day, but get your lures back. Just make sure your assist hook is still okay. Everything is where it's supposed to be. It is. It's all good. Then cast out again. There's no point in casting out if your assist hook is caught up around your lure or something like that, or caught up around your line. You get a fish, then you won't be able to nail it. So again, we'll just give it a countdown. Count it down and see if we can get to the right depth of the fish. There should be fish here because they are feeding on what comes off this factory behind. I don't keep fish from this fjord ever. From this far up the fjord, I should say. I'm closer to the city of Stavanger now. What's going on here? That's something on, guys. Is it a fish though? I don't feel any pull or anything. Maybe a load of weed. Not feeling any pull on this. What is this? Again with the pollock here. They are lazy. They'll give you a dive at the very last minute. What the hell is going on here? This is not fighting or anything. We foul hooked maybe? Is it a fish? This is acting very strangely. Ah, here we get in the dive now. Yeah, it's a pollock. We got one, guys. We got one. Zero fight. Absolutely nothing from it. Like I say, lazy fish. But finally got one. Yes. Right, we can all go home now. Home to bed. Right, guys, we finally got a fish. There you go. Nice 2-pound pollock. Nicely hooked in the lip. So that should just pop out straight away. Yep. Let me grab a hold of him so I don't drop him again. So there you go, guys. Finally, long time in coming. Good few hours, but prime condition fish. And we will put this bad boy back. Gone. Swam off straight away. Finally, guys, we got one. It's not a YouTube blank video. Hey, finally. Right. So, as I suspected, it's only one fish, but didn't put up any kind of a fight at all. So, pink lure from Timu did the damage, guys. Let's get back out there and see if we can get another one. Right, guys, moving on to this. Looks like a small collie. I know there's small collies out here, or generally there are. So we'll give this one a shot. Bit like fly fishing, you know, trying to match the hatch. Not a very far cast. This is a 60 gram. Can maybe try again over closer to that pure wool. Yeah. Okay. Alright, guys, let me show you what we're fishing. So I'm on this. So that's about 20 yards away, that pure wool. So I'm trying to get up the edge of that on the right side. And we're fishing right out into that part. So the wind is blowing from over in that direction. So there you go. That's the factory where they make all the fish farm food. Alright, that's it, guys. Well, let me get you guys picked up here. I can tidy up afterwards. Right, guys, that's it from me. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and having a look at my latest YouTube video. Not as productive as we wanted it to be, but we managed to pull one out so we don't have a blank video. It took me 2 days to get one, but we managed. Right there behind me, that's the dreaded pure wool. I was trying to get a fish out from underneath. Only managed the one today, but hey, pizza blank. So from freezing cold Stavanger, I wish you all tight lines. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button. And if you wouldn't mind, just put a little comment underneath the video too. Would really appreciate it. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Take care.